Let's say your visa interview is tomorrow at 10 a.m. How should your 24 hours look like? Or what should you be doing in the 24 hours before your visa interview? And this applies to immigrant and non-immigrant visa interviews. Hello, friends. I hope that you are all doing well. Today, I'll be discussing about what you should be doing a day before your visa interview, that is, in preparation for your visa interview. If you have any question, please put it in the comment section. I will answer you directly or do a video that can help everyone. Please subscribe if you've not yet subscribed, and let's grow together. The first thing to do is to pull out your immigrant file and check through to ensure that you have all the interview documents. You should have the pre-interview checklist and confirm against it that you have all the documents that you need. Also, make sure you have all the information that you submitted uh, through your DS260 form, and get to familiarize yourself with what you submitted. So the first thing is to check through your file to ensure that all the documents are there, and familiarize yourself with all the information that you submitted. The second thing is to ensure that each of the original document has extra copies of itself. These are the copies that you're going to give to your immigration officer in case they need to check through. So you need to have the originals and copies of the originals and have extra ones. You don't want to tell the officer to get copies of your original document. You also do not want to give them your original document. Also ensure that if there is any new evidence you want to include in your submission, you carry it, the original documents and some copies during the interview. So ensure you have copies of all the documents. So if there is any document that you do not have, make sure it is there and make sure you have copies. So that's the first thing to make sure you have. It will be very bad for you to go for the interview, and when you open your file, maybe you're requesting for a certain document, you find that you do not have it at that point when you are already at the interview. So need to prepare before the interview and check through and ensure that all the documents are there. The third thing to do is to review your file with all the information that you'll be carrying to the interview, and do it with someone else who will be asking you questions to answer, ensuring that the information you're giving as answers matches with what you submitted in the forms. And also, if you are a married couple, it's good to include your other spouse during this session. This is to ensure that you both have the same answers to the questions. Remember, you could be separated, and be ready to be separated if it happens. And if you're separated and ask the same questions and you end up giving some different information, this could be termed as lying, and it could be categorized as one of as marital fraud, and you might ruin your chances of getting the visa. So go through the information and ensure that your answers match. Practice answering the questions. This is whereby you take time, listen to the question carefully, pause for a minute, then think about your answer and give your answer. Remember, this is a good practice, especially when you're going for the visa interview. This is to ensure that you give the best answers possible. Do not be quick to answer questions. Take time to listen, pause, think about your answer, and then give your answer. So practice answering the questions and listening. And the other thing is, once you're done going through your information, you can do it 2 to 3 times. Then pack everything a day before. Pack all the documents and all that you require for the interview the day before, and put everything in a place that is easily accessible. Also, make sure that you have prepared the clothing that you go with, that you're going to wear when attending this visa interview. Remember, this is an interview, and just like you prepare to go for other interviews, you need also to look decent enough when you go for this interview. So prepare your clothes. You don't want to get to the day that you're supposed to attend the interview and you find that the clothes that you're supposed to wear, maybe you had used it before, it is dirty, or it is torn, needs to be um, repaired. So make sure everything is ready a day before. Then continue with your day as normal. Get good night's sleep, sleep enough, and the next day wake up early enough and get to your interview location at least 1 hour before the time when your interview is supposed to be there. This is to ensure that you have enough time for security checks. And also, once you're checked and you're allowed to get in and maybe sit at the waiting area, to get enough time for yourself to uh, get used to the room. And also, this will help you to be more confident, to be more calm, and also ensure that you are not nervous. This is because you've had enough time to see what is happening. Friends, that's all for this discussion. I hope you found this information useful. If you did, please subscribe and like this discussion. If you know someone who is preparing to go for their visa interview, you can share with them this information so they can also benefit. I hope to see you in the next videos. Bye.